Hey, how's it going everyone? Hope you guys are enjoying update 4. I know I have been, and unfortunately I have been sick also, so I haven't been able to make any videos, but I have been enjoying the update and just playing through, trying to learn new things, trying to complete everything. But in this video, we're going to focus on the Eggstravaganza event that is currently going on all the way till April 29th. And so we're going to be taking a look in terms of what is the best method, simplest method to complete this on time. Now, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. We have plenty of time to be able to complete this, but I did want to go over every little detail in terms of what you need to do and in terms of what is the best method, the fastest method to complete this Eggstravaganza event, just because there could be a lot of repeated things you might be doing and you might not even know. So in this video, we're going to go over several things, right? One being that there are actual new Dreamlight duties that was added to the villager tab here. And we do have Eggstravaganza 4, to be exact, 4 Eggstravaganza Dreamlight duties that came during this event. You know, it's similar to when we used to have that Halloween as well as the festive Dreamlight duties that came for those. Now we have some for the Eggstravaganza one. And I'm going to go over in detail how you complete these, so stay tuned for that, as well as there are some additional, I guess you could say, furniture pieces that came with this update as well for the Eggstravaganza event, and we'll go over exactly how to build some of those furniture pieces. And then there are also 3 new cooked items for this Eggstravaganza event, so we're going to go over how to make or how to cook those 3 items as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. One thing to note first, we're going to go over the basics, the 3 different types of eggs that you can get. So it's these 3 that you see on the floor. The blue one, which is called the wild spring eggs, and then you have the red one or the pink one right in the middle. That one is called the excellent fruit. And then the third and last egg is that yellow one that you see at the end. It is called the vegetable egg, and it's some interesting names, of course, for all these. But the way you collect each of these, this blue one is actually going to be around your entire valley. So you can actually go run around, or even, well, now we have the gliding method, so you can go around your valley and search for the blue one. And you know, it's kind of small, so it's a little bit tough to see, but you might be able to find some. In terms of how many, I usually see about 5 to 6 of these blue eggs around the valley per hour. They seem to spawn every hour or so. And a better method than running around, at least for me, is actually going into your inventory, going into furniture, and then kind of zooming out a bit and then just looking around the entire valley, because what you can do is just see if you see a blue spot, and you don't even have to travel to that spot. You can literally just pick it up. So if I can find a blue egg somewhere, and there you go, right here at the Dazzle Beach, I can see a blue egg. They are hard to spot, so you might need to zoom in a little bit when you're going around your map and looking around. But the best thing to do is just select it and then bring it over to wherever you are. I think I'm somewhere, I don't remember actually, I'm over here somewhere. So just gonna back out, and there you go, I have my blue egg already, and I can just repeat the process. I'm just gonna go into the inventory, go to furniture, and keep doing the same thing. Look around basically every biome, even Dazzle Beach counts. So yeah, that is the fastest method to get the blue eggs. Now for the pink egg, they actually come from these bushes that you're looking at, and in the valley these new bushes spawned. Okay, so you can, and most likely they're not in the same area like this for you. They can be anywhere in your map. The best way to look for them is probably just by looking for, like, the bush symbol, or in this case it's the fruit symbol. But for us here, you can see more fruit symbols, and you might already know exactly where all of your fruit bushes are, the fruit trees are. And so if they're in a different spot in terms of, okay, look, there's a new fruit bush over here, that's where the new egg bush is. And so all you have to do is, the best thing, at least in my opinion, is bring over all the fruit bushes by doing the same thing, right? So you would just go into your inventory, go to furniture mode, and then just go and drag over wherever these egg bushes are, wherever they are in your valley, and you just bring it over all into one spot so that you can always just collect them whenever they I guess need to be spawned. So all you have to do is harvest them from the bush. The best thing to do though is probably find someone that you have foraging bonus with. So I have Merlin. I can basically ask Merlin to hang out and then collect so that there's a higher chance in terms of getting more of these eggs to come out, right? So that's probably another thing to do. One other thing to note though is that these eggs, they do take 1 hour, exactly 1 hour to spawn back. And so this is why I do like to have them all in one spot, so that I'm able to just do my thing for an hour, come back, and then bam, just collect all 3 of these bushes and then go back to what I was doing. Now for the third egg, the way you collect them is a little bit of a process, and it takes a decent amount of time. Less time than the hour for these bushes, but it still takes a decent amount of time. And so what you do need to do first is go to a crafting table. Once you're in the crafting table, it is called this vegetable seed down here. And what you need is one of the pink eggs, right? The excellent fruit, as well as one of the blue eggs, the wild spring egg, right? And a little bit of Dreamlight, basically 20 Dreamlight. And so you can go ahead and make the seed, craft it at the table. And you should try to do as many as you can all at the same time would be better rather than one at a time. And so the hard part is getting the blue egg, right? Because they spawn so randomly in the valley and you probably get so few of them. But once you get the seed crafted, all you have to do is plant the seed, and you will see that you need to water as well. So it basically takes 15 minutes, 15 actual minutes for this to not grow, but it's gonna actually dry up again. So you actually need to water this twice. So 15 minutes, it's gonna ask you to water again, and then it will take another 15 minutes, and you will see the actual, I guess the crop grow into what looks like this. And so once it looks like this, you can go and harvest. And unfortunately, it only gives you one. As you can see, it gave me one of the yellow eggs. But what you can do is ask a buddy, if you have a farming buddy, so that you have a higher chance of getting extra of those eggs. So that's probably your best bet in terms of trying to get more of them. And also, look at that, a critical hit. That's another way of getting more, but of course, that comes down to a little bit of luck. And now this will be a process in terms of getting a decent amount of these eggs, right? There's a wait times to get each of these. So while you're waiting, we can do certain things, right? So make sure you collect the blues, collect the pinks in the bushes, and then already start on your, basically the seeds, plant them, water them, all that, start on that. But once you're waiting around, what we could do is actually go to Wally, because Wally will have a daily task and a weekly task that will help you get more eggs. So let's go and see if we can find Wally. Now, when you talk to Wally, you're gonna see a couple things. Right here is a daily quest, blooming and blossoming, and then you'll see a weekly quest, bunnies on the run. You should definitely do this as soon as possible. So make sure you do your daily quest, and then when it comes time for the weekly ones, do the weekly ones. So we'll start off with the daily one, blooming and blossoming. So as you can see, it says craft a pretty flower basket for Wally. Now you can go to your crafting table, go to functional items, and you can see pretty flower basket. What you need are 2 yellow daisies, 1 of the green rising penstemon, 2 of the purple rising penstemon, and then 1 fiber piece. So all you have to do is make 1 of these and then just go back to Wally. Now I wanted to point out that I have no eggs at all with me right now in my inventory, none of any of the colors. And so we can see exactly what Wally's going to give us based off of this. So we'll go ahead and complete the blooming and blossoming one, give him the basket. And so we completed the daily one for that. And if we go ahead and look in our inventory, you can see 5 of the pink ones, 5 of the blue ones, and then 1 of the yellow ones. So it's a decent amount that we're getting of each. It's not a lot, but this is a daily task that you can do. So make sure you do it every day, and you'll basically get a decent amount of these eggs. Now with the daily task, there's also a weekly task. So you make sure you do the weekly one as well with Wally. So we'll go ahead and start that one. What you have to do is catch the bunnies running around in the plaza. So this is actually a really cool thing. So if you go to the plaza, you can see a bunch of bunnies here, and all you have to do is go near them. And let me see if you have to press A. I think you just go, oh yeah, you do have to press A on them, and you collect each of these bunnies. And so it's a pretty cool little task to do. And so don't get mixed around. That's a squirrel right there. But yeah, go and collect the 5 bunnies. Now, once you collect all 5 of the bunnies, go back to Wally. And again, I don't have any eggs in my inventory, so we'll see exactly how many we get after. So after giving him the 5 bunnies, you can see he gives us quite a bit of eggs on this one. We get 20 of the pink colored ones, 20 of the blue ones, and then 5 of the yellow ones. So we get basically, what is that, 4 times of each or 5 times of each? Yeah, my math's pretty bad right now, but whatever the times is, we get a decent amount. Make sure you do these are the weekly ones, and you get a lot. Now if you try talking to Wally again, there's nothing because I've done everything for the day. Tomorrow I can come back and do the daily one, and then next week I can do the weekly one again. So everything I went over so far is pretty much the best way, or I guess the only ways that you could collect eggs, the different colored eggs in this game. And so that is what you will need to do for a little while until you get a decent amount. But now I'm gonna basically go through and tell you how to collect each of these, or I guess complete each of these new Dreamlight duties. So we'll start off with like the easiest one, I would say. It's probably this one right here. It's called Wally Loves Flowers. So what you do have to do is ask Wally to hang out with you. Now once you ask Wally to hang out with you, pretty simple. All you have to do is collect 50 of the flowers that are around your valley. So you can see right here, 1, 2. I can go and check on the progress, and there should be 2 that's listed right here. Yep, Wally Loves Flowers. There's 2 of them. Now you can go around and collect 50, which is not too difficult. But if you want an easier method, if you're like me, you might have a lot of flowers already, right? So I'm just gonna go and take a bunch of my flowers that I have in my I guess the chests here. And then if you can go to a spot in your valley, that's not too bad to be able to recollect them, because all I'm going to do is drop everything here, drop this, drop that, and instead of having to go around your entire valley, all you have to do is collect all these that are in the same vicinity, and they do count. And I'll show you right now. If we look at Wally, there you go, 9 already. So that is probably the easiest way to complete this, but you know, no harm in terms of going around your entire valley and collecting flowers yourself. They all work. And there you go, collected 50. But let me just clean up the last ones, and we have completed that particular one. As you can see, 50 out of 50. You can click the A button and we get a decorative tulip bouquet, and that's pretty much all you need of Wally. So you can ask him to basically go back to his home. Now the next one we'll complete is called the exceptional decorating, and this one will actually piece together with something I went over before, which is actually crafting 4 pieces of furniture that came with this new Eggstravaganza update. And so go to your crafting bench, go to furniture, and towards the bottom you'll be able to see several different new furniture items. You have this over easy chair, you have the don't put them all in one basket, and then the spring egg bounty, the sunny side up arch, and then the spring stall. So you have 5 items. All you have to do is really complete 4 of them. So all you have to do is go and craft them. You can see they do require a decent amount of eggs. This one here, the over easy chair, it requires 5 of the blue ones, 5 of the pink ones. So go ahead and craft that. The don't put them all in one basket requires 10 of the blue ones, 10 of the pink ones, 5 of the yellow ones, and then 20 fiber. The spring egg bounty requires 15 blue, 15 pink, 15 yellow, and 50 stone. The sunny side up arch, which I believe requires the most eggs, it requires 25 blue, 25 pink, 25 yellow, and then 10 of the iron ingots. And then the spring stall requires 10 blue, 10 pink, and 10 yellow, as well as 20 hardwood. And so you can see you need a decent amount of eggs of each color to be able to make or craft all these furniture pieces. In total, you do need 65 blue, 65 pink, and 55 yellow. So you'll be spending a decent amount of time collecting, getting as many of these eggs as possible, using or doing Wally's daily tasks, weekly tasks, just so you can get enough of these eggs. But once you go and craft at least 4 of these items, all you have to do is place them in your valley and they will count towards the 4 to be able to complete that Dreamlight quest. And I just tested it out, but it does count if you do have 2 of the same ones. So your best bet is probably to find the whatever takes the least amount of eggs to make, and just make 4 of those furniture pieces, and then just place them on your valley, and you will be able to complete that particular Dreamlight duty. As you can see, I have 3 out of 4, and I made 2 of the same baskets and they counted. So as I said, you can make the same thing 4 times. And once you have all 4 of the furniture pieces placed in your valley, you can go and unlock a tulip lamp. Now that's 2 down and 2 more to go. We have the spring taste test, and then that's not where eggs come from. We'll do the spring taste test real quick. This one you will need to actually cook. So we're going to cook the first item, which is called spring chocolate. What you will need is a yellow egg, the spring vegetable egg, just one of them. You're going to need 1 sugar cane and 1 cocoa bean, and you can go ahead and cook that, and that looks delicious. Spring chocolate is the first cooked item. The second item is called spring egg bowl. You will need 1 of each of the eggs, so 1 pink, 1 yellow, 1 blue, and then you're going to need cocoa bean and also 1 sugar cane. Once you cook that, there it is, 1 spring egg bowl, which I don't know, it looks cool, but not something that I'll probably eat. Too many eggs in 1 bowl. So for the third and last cooked meal, we are going to make spring mimosa eggs, and what you're going to need is 1 of each of the colored eggs, so 1 yellow, 1 blue, 1 red, and then you're going to need some basil. And so once you cook that, that looks amazing. You have spring mimosa eggs. Now you're not done yet, because if you go to the Dreamlight task, you can still see it's 0 out of 3, because you do need to actually eat them. So you can go ahead and eat each of the 3 items. Once you eat all 3, you can see completed spring taste test, and the item that you get out of it is spring tableware. So we have completed 3 out of the 4. Now what I wanted to go over is how to complete the last one, which is called That's Not Where Eggs Come From. This one's going to take a decent amount of your time, because you actually need to do quite a bit of work. Now I've already done the first section of it. You can see there's 4 different sections to this. You're going to get 4 separate items from it as well. So what you need to do for that Dreamlight duty is you actually need to develop or create the yellow eggs. And the way you do them, as I've already mentioned, you have to craft the seed. After you craft the seed, you have to go and plant them, water them, wait 15 minutes, water them again, wait 15 minutes, and then collect them. Once you collect that, that counts as 1, depending on how many you're making at the same time, that just counts as 1. And let me see if I have any ready. Nope. So as you can see, I'm watering these for a second time, and let's say I go ahead and get the yellow egg out of them. That would count towards me getting each of those numbers added. So it'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 right here. That will be added to my number. As soon as I go and harvest each of those eggs, they will count towards the total here. As you can see, I've already done 46 so far, and so I've been able to collect. This will be my second item that I'm collecting, and I'm getting this cool blue spring rabbit. Very cool color, and you can see I've completed halfway already. I do need to do the next 2 bars. For that first section, you need to actually harvest 10 of the yellow eggs. As soon as you collect 10 of them, you will unlock this right here, the spring chocolate, which we can make, of course, but they give you a free spring chocolate from it. Once you reach the second goal, which is 30, you do get what I just showed you, the blue spring rabbit. Once you get to 60, which is the next goal, you will get a pink spring rabbit. And then the last one is 100, which is going to be the yellow spring rabbit. And so that right there is going to take a decent amount of your time. So I would get started as soon as you can, because it's going to be a lot of work trying to get to the point where you harvest 100 of those eggs. But yeah, that's going to be all 4 of the new Dreamlight duty. that we got from it for this extravaganza event, the new items that we can make from the furniture pieces, right? I'm showing you 2 here, but there are more, as we saw in the crafting table, so you can go and craft and make those. There are some new food recipes that we made, and you know, this whole update for extravaganza, this whole update 4 has been amazing. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and it's raining right now, so alright, perfect timing as we close the video. But thank you so much for watching, hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, enjoy the update. Take care, everyone.